Betterhelp.
Betterhelp. Betterhelp.
View Betterhelp.
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 Betterhelp. I was one of the disgusting YouTubers that did a BetterHelp promotion, and this was before I knew any of the the controversy. So I do apologize, and I want to thank this video's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp. BetterHelp.
Defending creators' right by exposing a massive content thief is admirable for someone with your reach, but benefiting from your audience's mental health issues, is that right? Especially when a few years ago you apologized for this practice, but now it's acceptable?
Nope.
So today we're gonna discuss this rather unethical platform promoted by Jacksfilms called Betterhelp, and why it stirred a massive controversy in 2018 and still continue to make headlines to this day. To understand the issue, we have to travel a little through time. Just a little shuffle. We are summer of 2018, and suddenly a lot of YouTubers started to share about their mental health, the struggle they face, the isolating pressure, the burnouts. It's good for breaking the ice on a subject that remained taboo to this day. But when you plug your online therapy sponsor at the end of the video, even though it might have been well-intentioned, it sure sounds disingenuous and opportunistic. Especially when profiting from your mental health issues and your audience mental health issues. Yeah, the kickbacks, the commission on sales you get from the referral code. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention that some content creators did not even disclose they were doing paid testimonials. A lot of them actually. So it was quite a big scandal. Do you remember Shane Dawson's documentary about Jake Paul? Do you remember her, Katie Morton? This was all part of the scandal, but I'll boil it down to the minimum for the sake of time. BetterHelp is an online counseling and therapy platform. If you need a therapist, they will put you in contact with one for online therapy. In my opinion, and you will hear me say that a lot, in my opinion, allegedly, etc., or having this at the bottom of the screen, and I'll explain later, but please be aware that as small as I am, they're not afraid to get to me. So, in my opinion, the company is awful. They allegedly prey on the mental health of their clients and on the therapist to make a lot of money. We're talking billions. With a B. One of the main criticisms back in 2018 was the fact that BetterHelp was not taking any accountability and not even checking the credentials of all the therapists, which created situations where non-trained, non-licensed individuals were providing terrible, to say the least, services. Despite the fact that their marketing materials stated that you would be talking with a licensed therapist, it was your responsibility as a client to check the therapist's background as written in their term of service, TOS. This has been addressed, and now the TOS states that the therapists in UK and US have to be licensed, trained and accredited. Another criticism was their bad practices. What are we talking about? Not allowing community reviews, so the review on their websites have to be emailed to them first. So of course you can imagine that it's all super positive, and they filter out all the negative review. We also have the classic small prints in the terms and conditions, the usual where people want to try the free trial, and at the end of it they were immediately charged for a month without asking you for confirmation, which was $260 back in the day. Now it's $360, talking about inflation, dude. We're also talking about, people being charged before they could even get the therapist assigned to them, or still being charged even if your therapist ghosted you for a month. And there's more alleged fake reviews reaching in DMs to ask people to delete their negative tweets about them. And I swear, it's crazy. A must-watch is the Memology 101 series about BetterHelp, where everything is presented. It's a 12-part video series, not 9 like most journalists who suck at their job claim, but you can still find it. Even pointed out some false certification BetterHelp claimed to have, and that were only brought to the public by the FTC 5 years later. So it's pretty good, and if you want the full story, watch it. Now back to our YouTubers. The service they were promoting was not perfect, and when people figured out they were allegedly making up to $200 per person they signed in, it all exploded.
It's been confirmed that YouTubers have been paid $200 per person that they get to sign up for BetterHelp. $200. That's a lot of money. Just get 1,000 people signing up, you just made $200,000. So obviously you're highly incentivized to tell people to sign up for this service.
They were profiting from the mental health issues of their audience, which is not the most ethical practice. So every major YouTuber stopped their partnership with Betterhelp as a consequence of the backlash. Some simply apologized. Some, like our boy Jack, deflected the blame on their manager and apologized for trusting them.
I got a little bit of flack for that because I was one of the disgusting YouTubers that did a BetterHelp promotion, and this was before I knew any of the the controversy. Because I don't get brands by myself, I feel like I should let viewers know. I have a couple of managers that come to me with brand deals, and I don't know how you guys do it with yours, but I have one guy from Full Screen, that's my MCN. I have another guy with another company, and I don't read all the terms of service, like all the conditions and the contracts. I kind of assume that these guys vet it for me. You know what I'm saying? So somehow the BetterHelp thing slipped through the cracks, and I did not know the actual controversy behind it. So I do apologize, and that's on me.
Yeah, very classy. Oof. And the worst of them doubled down and used a strawman argument to defend themselves, saying people call it a scam, but it's not a scam. The famous "let's talk about why it's not a scam instead of how I profited from your mental health issues." I mean, I hope you can understand why some people called it a scam. You pay $260 for a month, now it's $360. Your therapist cancel all the online appointments, and you still get charged. It's not a scam, it's the greedy corporate behavior of BetterHelp. You sign up for a service, and whether the therapist shows up or not, it's not their problem. They put you in contact with the guy, their job is done. But it's not because a few people felt like they were scammed that you have to completely ignore the fact that you were making money out of the struggles of your audience. And that for you is Philip DeFranco.
Sup, you beautiful bastards?
It will be the link with the current controversies BetterHelp is facing. When it started in September 2018, Philip went teeth out until people figured out he created a sort of influencer marketing agency when he was putting YouTubers in contact with BetterHelp and taking commissions on their commissions. After that, he mostly stayed quiet and finally changed his mind on the subject.
I haven't been sponsored by BetterHelp for years, even though I could make an insane amount of money. Not because I ever found it to be a scam, but rather because I've seen more therapists speaking out about the service, and that's made me keep my distance.
However, while doing research on him, I found this video from November 2021.
Concerns regarding the Travis Scott BetterHelp partnership. And like I mentioned yesterday, when I first saw that, I was like, it felt kind of scummy. Like, I understand that they're providing a service, but it felt very much like they were chasing an ambulance and getting promo off of this tragedy. And you have people wanting to know more about the specifics, saying, okay, like, is Travis Scott in any way getting money? Like, what is happening here? But also, thanks to a BuzzFeed article that came out today while we were recording, we got some answers. With BuzzFeed reporting that the BetterHelp founder and president emailed them saying, following the tragic event over the weekend, Travis's team reached out to us and asked how we could provide help to those impacted, with them also reportedly denying that BetterHelp was paying Travis or profiting by selling people's data to advertisers or third parties. Profiting by selling people's data to advertisers or third parties.
And guess what happened this year?
The online counseling service BetterHelp is giving back nearly $8 million to customers for sharing sensitive health information they promised to keep private.
So yeah, BetterHelp got investigated by the FTC and were accused of selling the information from the mandatory health questionnaires to advertisers so they could profile potential new clients on those platforms and suggest them better help. Those information are very sensitive. We're talking about gender, sexual orientation, diet, sleep schedule, if you were thinking about ending your life, all of those things, and they sold it to advertisers. The FTC also pointed out that they were not HIPAA certified despite the deceptive presence of their agency logo on their website. That's the stuff Memology 101 and his viewers found 5 years ago, by the way. So what happened following that? A $7.5 million settlement with the FTC, followed by an action lawsuit. Now we're getting maybe a bit technical, but that's where it's important. A settlement. What does that mean? It means that BetterHelp reached an agreement with the FTC so they won't be dragged into court on those charges and won't admit any wrongdoing as long as they respect the agreement they made with the FTC. And you know what happened? if you talk about it without proper caution?
Because I got a very strongly worded cease and desist letter from BetterHelp.
I got a phone call.
Yeah, that's true. I got a cease and desist letter and several phone calls that made me very uncomfy. And so I made the decision to take the video down to avoid further action.
Yeah, you can be a small content creator with less than 100k subscribers and they will send you a cease and desist. Even find your personal information and call you. In case it's not enough, let me talk about something else that happened this year, CareDash. BetterHelp was allegedly associated with this website that was supposed to help you find a healthcare provider, including therapists. CareDash created mental health workers' profile on their website without their consent.
But basically what CareDash is a website where you can find a therapist, except none of us gave our permission to be on this website. So they've made profiles for all of us, and when you click on the profile, so you click on my name, here's my profile, it will tell you if you request an appointment that I'm not available, as if I somehow have a relationship with them and I'm approving myself on, like I work with this website, which is not true. So then they'll tell you that I'm not available, which is also not true. And then they will recommend to you a BetterHelp therapist.
So what happened is that the NASW filed a complaint to the FTC for the misappropriation of social workers' name and reputation for commercial gain. By order of the FTC, CareDash had to stop impersonating mental health worker. And then shortly after, the website closed. Why? Because their sole purpose was allegedly to feed clients to BetterHelp via this deceptive practice. So once it was no longer an option, they closed the website. It shows that all their business plan was only to funnel clients to BetterHelp and similar platforms. To sum up what we learned so far, Jack has been working with BetterHelp again since 2022. And since then, BetterHelp and one of their partners got investigated by the FTC. They are in a class action lawsuit. They owe 7.5 million in compensation. They silenced critics with cease and desist. And last week, Jack just promoted them.
I want to thank this video's sponsor, BetterHelp.
You know what? I'm grateful you're still here. So I will toss you a big juicy bone, something no one has reported yet. It's breaking news time, baby! Good evening, my name is Poppy Harlow, and today we report on an alleged offense from BetterHelp, something called doorway spamming and potentially machine-generated traffic, two practices against Google TOS that can result in removal from Google's web search results. What are those practices? Doorway spamming is having multiple domain names or pages to funnel users to one page. Machine-generated traffic is sending automated queries to Google in order to appear higher in ranking results. Let's now watch a stream from Dr. Kami showing their discovery. In 2018, Memology 101 made a series of videos about BetterHelp. Okay, I just talked about that. His videos were criticizing openly BetterHelp. When I tried to do some research and I tapped BetterHelp Memology 101, here is what I found on Google. What happened if I click on the second link? Oh, I end up on BetterHelp? What happened if I click on the second link? What? I'm again on BetterHelp. What if I click here? Oh, again? On BetterHelp website? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the first 5 results in Google, 3 of them redirect me directly to BetterHelp. Because this is against Google TOS. It's called a spam. It's again their spam policies. It's called doorways. Well, and you have also probably the machine-generated traffic as well. That's a problem. So pretty much what they do is that all those links here that you see here are fraudulent links. They're, for example, here it's ravopsychology.com. Here it's worldopenbusiness.com. Here it's ledzeppelintribute.co.uk, and they all direct you to BetterHelp. They funnel you there when you type something near the drama. So maybe it's just people trying to profit off the drama of BetterHelp. Just try to, every time you type BetterHelp and some drama they had with someone, They try to redirect you to BetterHelp, and maybe if someone will, do the BetterHelp stuff, they will get a nice commission, a kickback. When you type something controversial about BetterHelp and you get those results here that redirect you to BetterHelp, you don't see the controversy. They silence it, they pushed it down. Maybe something really important is on the second page that I'm never gonna click, or is all the way down and I'm not gonna see it, or I'm not gonna bother, I'm gonna stop. So that's what they do. I don't know if BetterHelp is agreeing with that, is part of it, but they benefit from it because everything that's against them, it's pushed down. Less likely people will click it. And at the same time, some people try to make money out of it. So what I'm gonna do, and what I suggest you do, is this. You go to this address here, search google.com/search, right? Report spam. You fill the URL that you find from the research. You say it's a doorway pages. You type the query you typed and you explain what happened. Boom, you submit the request. And if they get enough reports, they will probably remove those links. I know there are no perfect sponsors. Any company YouTubers will promote could be the subject of some form of criticism. But for fuck's sake, Jack, is profiting on your audience's mental health worse than undermining your work on copyright issues? And all of that for what?
An insane amount of money.